spending 120,000 renminbi. I bought this car from a friend. Back in the day, its on-road price was nearly £1,000,000 RMB, a Land Rover Discovery 4. I thought I got a steal on a $1,000,000 luxury ride. But I didn't expect to fall into a massive trap. Underneath that seemingly glamorous exterior, it was full of hidden troubles. All sorts of minor issues started popping up one after another. Since I've already bought it, I'm not willing to just give up like this. I planned a deep, full vehicle restoration. But my whole family tried their best to stop me. They said restoring old cars is nothing but a scam. But I didn't see it that way. In the end, I pushed through the pressure and insisted on starting the work. The entire restoration process is shown here. You be the judge. Did I just waste a fortune and get scammed again? Or is this a full-blooded revival and a perfect comeback? The dirt and grime-filled gaps inside the car can also be thoroughly cleaned out. Removing the entire wiring harness. The interior has been completely stripped out. Continuing to remove exterior parts. Removing engine bay accessories to prepare for separating the body from the frame. Separating the body shell to prepare for the electrophoresis process. Scraping off the asphalt sound deadening inside the car. Washing the body shell. Removing glue residue from the interior. Finally, rinsing it with a high-pressure water gun. Starting the paint stripping. Grinding down the rust spots after paint stripping. Starting the electrophoresis process, e-coating. Restoring an old car absolutely requires a full-body e-coating. It completely covers every single gap, cavity, and blind spot inside and outside the body. The e-coating process forms a thick anti-rust protective layer, completely sealing out rainwater, moisture, and road salt corrosion. This solves the common issue of body rust from the root. First, a deep degreasing to wash away grease and oil. Then, surface conditioning to smooth out the panels. Through phosphating treatment, a fine, anti-rust film is formed on the body surface. Multiple water washes and draining keep the body clean and dry. Finally, it goes into the e-coat tank for total immersion with electric current, allowing the coating to penetrate every gap and cavity of the body. The body shell after e-coating shows a uniform matte black. The surface is smooth, delicate, and flawless. Overall clean and well-structured. It looks highly premium. Lastly, it enters the paint booth for high-temperature baking and curing, providing a solid foundation for the subsequent painting process. Starting to spray BASF Glasurit waterborne paint. After 2 coats of color paint, We continue with 2 coats of BASF Glasurit clear coat to brighten the paint surface, revealing a mirror-like gloss. Chassis undercoating paint must also be applied properly. It effectively seals out muddy water and corrosion. Starting to restore the chassis. First, removing the engine and transmission. The chassis is also covered in dirt everywhere. Removing the fuel tank. The chassis has been completely stripped. Starting to clean the main frame rails. First, rinsing away the surface dirt. Then, applying foam cleaner. Using a brush for detailed cleaning. Finally, rinsing with a high-pressure water gun. Shot blasting the main frame before e-coating. To remove rust and impurities. Creating an appropriate rough surface texture, to ensure a solid adhesion base for the e-coating. Starting the e-coating process. Starting to clean the chassis parts. The restored body shell and chassis parts are synchronized. Reassembling the chassis, replacing the differential oil seals. The chassis is reassembled. Starting to rebuild the engine. Separating the engine and transmission. The pistons are completely caked with oil sludge. The engine teardown is finished. Sorting and categorizing the accessories and lines. Starting the ultrasonic cleaning. The replacement parts are also in place. Torquing bolts to spec. Installing brand new piston rings. Testing piston smoothness. Bench testing the engine. It's fully assembled. Mating the engine and transmission together. Mounting them back onto the frame. Reuniting the body shell and the chassis. Starting to reinstall the interior. Starting to install exterior parts. The new facelift front bumper and side mirrors are also sorted out. For those of you who watched until this point, do you think this kind of result can be considered a full-blooded revival?